Hi everyone. So I'm doing my gratitude challenge on the day of the new year. So I'm pretty sure that tomorrow will be my last video. If any of you have watched these, I know a few people have because I've gotten notes or gifts about it. I really appreciate it. Here's Benny, Josephina's dog, Joey Gucciamelli's dog, starring in the video. Anyways, today is going to be some gratitudes in the video, and it's also going to be talking about coming full circle or learning things from like the past, present, and future all together, which seems like a hippie concept, but I think it's really important. So since I made the video yesterday, some awesome things have happened, and the first thing I'm grateful for is that yesterday I fed carrots to horses, and literally my friend's porch um, was like they didn't have a porch, so their screen door opened and there was a huge gap to the ground. And so when she would call their names, they would come right to the door. So at the screen door level, their face was right there. So I fed carrots to them from inside the house. That was really awesome. Secondly, I was able to give a book and leave it kind of mysteriously to one of my friends in Boston Spa. And she's someone who is a really caring person, but was definitely stressed out. So it was kind of fun to bring my sister there and to, like leave a cool gift and give back and everything. I'm also really grateful that this morning it just so happened that I called the family I live with, and they were free to talk, and I just had a lovely, semi-long conversation with them before I started my day, and it reminded me of the life I'm returning to, and the people that, even though I'm in like the town I grew up in, all the people I've met since then, and it just made me feel really awesome. I also had some kind of random encounters. So people drove me places that you wouldn't expect, like my doctor, and bringing them on the old roads that I grew up on, but they didn't know me back then. It's just kind of like an interesting feeling. And this morning, I'm really grateful. My sister and I have both eaten so much good food at all these restaurants that we've been invited to or whatever. And today we had breakfast at this new cafe in Boston Spa, and it was delicious. And then we proceeded to go straight to Coffee Planet, which I always love. And it brings me back to the full circle idea because I was working at Coffee Planet when I was on medical leave, and I remember that my friend's staff would routinely come in and give me hugs or support because working a full day, in addition to these classes I was taking, was really hard at the time. I was kind of sick. And anyways, today I walked into Coffee Planet, and the woman I love there happened to be working, and we caught up, and I realized, like, wow, like I've come so far and talking to the same person, but yet even back then I must have made a connection with this lady because we were able to catch up, and it was so good to see her, like genuinely just really good to see her. And despite that I hate traveling in a lot of ways, I just find it stressful. It was so worth it to come back here, and yet it's even more exciting that I get to go back to a place that I'm really, really excited to return to. And in following that theme, 2 years ago, before I started the gratitude blog, it would have been the year before I started it, I stayed in on this exact night in this exact room. I think I went out for dinner with my sister, same person I saw today, and I viciously wrote the rest of my lesson plans and finalized them because for the lady that I know today and who's like my role model and mentor, and I love her family and her so much, and it's so awesome to be in the same room and like remember that 2 years ago I was so like unknowing of what was going to happen. I wasn't even sure if I was going back 100%. I was pretty sure, but things can always change. And I remember just hoping these lesson plans were right and hoping she was cool and hoping all these things. And I am so much happier in this room than I was 2 years ago. And at the same time, it's so funny that it just so happens that the way my plans worked out is that I'm going out to the movies with a friend, but then I'm going to come back in early and dog sit and give back to the people that I stayed with in this room, my friend Joey. And even tomorrow, I'm thinking of sweeping. That was my old chore that I used to do. And I'm just so aware of how, like, you have to let go of anticipating what's going to happen, but, and that's hard to do. And yet it can end up working out so seamlessly perfectly. Like my doctor passing by my childhood house, a place that I used to be afraid of, but then I was in the car with someone and wasn't afraid at all, or be in the same exact room I wrote lesson plans and just so nervous. And who knew that writing these lesson plans led me to people that have changed my life forever. And I know that sounds corny if I wasn't giving you concrete examples, and maybe it's still corny, but I just, I'm not a natural believer in that things come full circle. I think I almost resist it, but it's actually, if I give you these examples, it's so true. I even remember superstitiously almost, I bought this really cheap pink cardigan, and it was so bubbly and pink, and it was like $8 at Forever 21. And I was like, I'm buying this because I need something tangible to look at and know, keep in my head that I am returning to Fredonia and it is going to be an awesome thing, and I am going to student teach and it is going to be awesome. And so I bought this like bubbly pink sweater because I wasn't in my head thinking that it was going to be positive. And I honestly feel like it's just really interesting. It hung on that door over there. So every time I wrote my lesson plans, I'd be like, oh my gosh, what if, I don't even go, because it was a little up in the air. It just seemed like I was taking a train to the unknown. I would look at that sweater and like, I will wear that on student teaching. And now it's at my family's house and it's just so perfect. And so anyways, have a happy new year. And I hope that the blog at least gave you some peace. It definitely gives me peace. Today is really easy to write the blog, and I'm excited for 2015 to move with the people I love to the future. And the future to me, hopefully, my ideal is that I'm, at an MFA program, but I feel like there's variations on that theme of teaching, and lots of other teaching can mean a lot of different things. And I'm pretty confident that because I already have people I love, that it'll be fine. And yeah, so I'm just really motivated, and I feel like moments of sitting in this room and feeling really calm, and remembering how in the same place I was so nervous. If only I had known how awesome it was going to be. But I think that's part of the magic, is when you don't know ahead of time. So anyways, very awesome new year. I'm excited to see what next year will bring. And yeah, there'll be a video tomorrow to kind of wrap it up if you are still watching. But I'll see you next year. Bye.